It was our job to help law enforcement.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Prof is a fucking terrorist, a fucking pedophile, sympathizing fucking terrorist.
It was our job to help law enforcement.
Prof is a fucking terrorist.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Prof is a fucking terrorist, a fucking pedophile, sympathizing fucking terrorist.
It was our job to help law enforcement. It was our job to help law enforcement.
Prof is a fucking terrorist.
All right, all right. Welcome in, welcome in. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we got here. All right, so we're good to go. Welcome everybody. I'm glad to see you all. I truly appreciate you being here. Let me turn this music off. And I will say hello to everybody. And hey, happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Okay, today's Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Welcome in to all the longtime viewers. Welcome back home. And all the new viewers, hey, come join the party. The chat is very friendly as long as you are likewise. So join the conversation down below. If you're on the replay, hit up that comment section. We love you in the comment section. We don't mind you in the comment section, but 2 rules. Number 1, be nice or leave. And number 2, no gaslighting allowed. So come in good faith and everyone will have a good time with you. Come in bad faith and your ass will get booted. Anyhow, welcome in everyone. We have an interesting show tonight. That's what it is. It is what it is. And I'll tell you about it in a moment. But first, I'm going to say hello to everybody who's here because I appreciate those who are here. Okay. And secondly, if you notice at the top of the chat there, I posted my link tree. And over at my link tree, you will find everything you need for the channel, whether it's our other platforms, the support pathways, the Substack, to go and read some of the articles I'm writing, all the various things you might need, they're over there at the link tree that's posted at the top of the chat. So go visit that if you're interested in delving a little deeper. There's some new things going on. Most importantly, is that on Thursday nights, I'm doing an informal hangout discussion with the chat, with open mics, open lines. Anyone is open to come on a panel. Anyone's allowed to bring up whatever subjects they want to cover. So Thursday nights over at Twitch. So if you're not already over there, go over there to the link tree and click the Twitch link and go subscribe to my Twitch channel, which is called The Prof Allegedly. And we'll gather there on Thursday nights informally to be able to just sit down, kind of chop it all up, discuss whatever we want to discuss. And it's kind of low intensity, okay? Anyhow, no twits on Twitch, but everyone else is allowed. So that's what's up with that. Now, let me go in and say hello to all my lovelies in the chat, because I sure am glad to see you here. And first and foremost, I want to say hello to Deb. Look, Deb has become a member for the 6th month in a row. So Deb, thank you for your membership. I truly appreciate having you as a member on the channel. You know, it supports the channel. Every little bit helps, and it's a little bit that helps. So I truly appreciate you, Deb. And more than that, appreciate your comments all over. I see all the time you having nice things to say, Deb, and I appreciate that, okay? Secondly, I want to say hello to Heather. Hey, what's up, Hebby? Good to see you. We got sweet dude Shibby. Dieter's here. There's Dieter. Deb, we have pig corn and we have people corn, according to my cousin the farmer. True. Welcome in, Dieter. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling good. Okay. What's up, Ronald from Deltona? You're not Ron Logan from Deltona, Florida, are you? Okay. What's up, Snoop Sleuth? What's up? Thank you so much for being here. I'm here lurking, everyone. You're always lurking, Snoop, but you're welcome in. I truly appreciate having you as a lurker, Snoop. Let's see, we got Mino Dino with all the hair on his back. Welcome, Mino. Good to see you. Can't type at the moment, but good to see all. Okay, he's knocking on trees is what he's doing. Got Aaron Town. Welcome in, Aaron. Community, we are real because we care to improve the world through improving ourselves and applaud others. Yes, and we also agree to disagree, which is an important thing. And I want to reiterate that. Being able to agree to disagree and still get along like human beings is really important. Okay, it's really important. Agreeing to disagree. Even some of my closest people and friends, we agree to disagree on many things. There's no way we'll all agree on everything all the time. We can always agree to respect each other and to respectfully disagree when we do and to move on. You know, that's something my son's mother often says. She's like, okay, just moving on. Let's move on. It's her way of always being able to agree to disagree. When she disagrees, she'll say, okay, let's move on. No big deal. And I don't see why we can't have this in this community, but obviously there's many people with whom we can't. And you got to question that. Okay, and welcome to Jade. Hey, Jade. Hello, Prof, Shibby, Lisa, Heather, Ms. Piecrust, Dieter, and everyone else. What's up, Lisa? I almost called you Lena because of Mino. But Lena, Lisa, Mino, all of you. Anna Paula Baxter, good to see you. Hello, Prof Mods in chat. Okay, who else we got here? Andre's here. Hey, Andre, long time no see. Love you, Andre. You know that. Watching Jay's game, so distracted. But hello to you all. I see Canada is representing here tonight. Yeah, I think we got a handful already. You Canucks, you Canadians, welcome on in. All right. Look, the Prof is here. Okay, so we got who else? I don't want to miss a soul. Fort Pitts. What's up, Four Pit Bulls Across America? Everyone, listen now. Go subscribe to Four Pit Bulls Across America. Okay, Four Pit Bulls Across America. Trust me, if you like comedy, that's your place to be. if you're in Delphi and you want some nice comedic relief with the shorts, Ford Pit Bulls across America is the place to be. And hey, no one's immune from getting a little roasted, and myself included. So thank you very much, Ford Pits, and welcome on in. Everybody, go get a click on Ford Pits channel, okay? And who else we got? We got Miss Pie Crust. What's up, Pie Crust? I never get pies, but I always get pie crust because she comes in. But I am a pie addict for those of you who don't know me well. Pie is my favorite food group. Truly is, pies. There's a long story about pies. I really don't want to tell it because you know what the trolls will do? They will use my personal information to try to dig up dirt. But pies is something I'm extremely fond of, and I'm really good at making them. And it's funny because pie crust, I have a secret recipe. And oh my God, I'm a totally addicted to pies. Okay. Support with Steffa. Welcome in, support with Steffa. It's good to see you, Four Pits. All right, Court of Public Opinion. Welcome in, sir. Court of Public Opinion and I have been taking a look at a lot of the predators who are being arrested in Indiana and whom the status quo is covering up for. And we got a certain child predator who was also a corrections officer, probation officer, I should say, parole officer, who's just been released after child predation on a little pittance of a bond. So it's just a whole 9 yards over there in Indiana, but you know how it is. All right, Dieter, Court of Public Opinion. Hey, Christina's here. What's up, Christina? You guys been checking out Christina's comments in the comment section. She's been on fire. Okay, she's been on fire. So yeah, go check out Christina in the comment section on all the recent things because Christina's just letting people know her thoughts. I'll tell you what. What's up, support? Christina. Okay, good to see everybody. Seeing everybody say hello. Okay, good to see everybody. Yolanda Pink Rosie, welcome in. God bless you. Quadaxel Mimi, what's up? Hello to everybody, she says. All right. Let's see what else we got in here. Pertinent. Welcome in, Pertinent. Good to see you. Hiya. Okay, Leslie. What's up, Leslie? Yo. What up? Yo, there's the link tree for those of you interested who might not have the live chat. It's over at linktree_the prof. Easy to find. Okay. Go check out that link tree. Find my other stuff. Okay, Dennis McKean, hello to you, sir. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, Dennis. Rebecca Ann coming in. Hello, Rebecca. All right. Getting through here. Daisy. Hey, what's up? Daisy Ask, also known as Amy G. Welcome in, Amy. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, Amy. Daisy. Nicole Watt, good to see you. All right. Deb, Lisa, Heather, Gretchen. Hey, Gretchen. Gretchen coming in. Good to see you. Welcome in, Gretchen. Oh, you love the remix? Thanks for the kind words, Court of Public Opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed the comedy in the remix. Truly appreciate you checking that out. Hey, Black Widow, welcome in. First time? Your first time? Welcome in, Black Widow. It's a little scary there. It's a little scary. Welcome on into the channel, Black Widow. Please enjoy yourself in the chat. Taz. Hey, Taz. Welcome, Taz. Good to see you. Elizabeth Jones. Welcome in, Elizabeth. Good to see you from Scotland. All right. Yeah, a little bit, Rebecca Ann. a little bit. Need to get it going there. All right, what's up, y'all? Heather, Pie Crust, Pertinent, Jade, Mino, Rebecca Ann, Black Widow, Aaron Town. Christina, Laura, hey Laura. Laura Dawson says, hello all, listening with a headache, so laying down to listen. Have a good evening. I'll try to speak more gently, Laura. Nurse that headache and get some rest. God bless you. Heavy Metal Rehab. Hey, what's up? Hello, Nicole, Hebby, Gretchen, Deb, Quad, Elizabeth, Pie Crust, Mino, Perth, Rebecca, oh hey, Shibby, and Prof. What's up, Heavy Metal Rehab? Welcome. All right. I think I almost got everybody. Prof, I heard Twitch has cool emojis. It truly does. It truly does. I told all my friends that Twitch is a much more fun chat than is YouTube because all of the little niceties of the Twitch chat. So y'all come join me tomorrow night. Hey Heather, thank you for the super chat. That's so nice of you. Heather, stop that. All right, y'all. But that being said, everybody please support the channel, and we have our goal to get 10 super chats before the end of the night at $4.99. So thank you so much to Heather for being the first on our list. You're our first out of 10. Hopefully we reach our goal. What's up, Sunflower Soul? Prof and all you wonderful people. Good to see you. All right. Shay Watson, good to see you. I'm going through here. I'm seeing everybody. Okay. Eliana Davidson, welcome on in. All right. Deb, thank you. All right. Deb's our second out of 10. Okay. Thank you, Deb. All right. Disagreement is very healthy. It proves that people consider each other as equal value. Only those in fear seek to quash dissent. Very wise statement, Miss Town. Very wise of you. And I totally agree. Disagreement is never a problem. It's the way you handle it. How do you deal with disagreement? Do you start calling names and screaming and yelling, covering your ears? Or do you agree and move on? Nancy Drew 101. Hey, what up? Good friends. Good to see you. All right, let's see. Anyone else here? Nancy Drew's here. We can start. Nancy, I see you all around. You really make yourself around. Lawyer's daughter, welcome in. Good to see you. Hey, Hebby and Gretchen. Oleg Cat, hey, what's up, Oleg? Welcome in. You love Christina's comments? So do I. She's been all over expressing herself, which everyone is free to do as long as you don't gaslight or lie. Okay. Or abuse. I did Heavy Metal Rehab. That's very nice. I meant to reply to you, and I apologize for not replying, Heavy Metal. I did get your email, and I think it's very nice and for kind words to be said. And so I express my appreciation for that. All right. I think we're all good. Thank you, Prof. Glad to be here. Well, all newcomers are welcome. So good to see you, Black Widow. Okay. Welcome, newcomers. Okay. Thank you, Elizabeth. Well, thank you. Hey, Goddess is here. What up, Goddess? Why don't you have a wrench? Don't you have a wrench, Goddess? Do you not? Can we please get Goddess a wrench? Hold on. There we go. I want to give Goddess a wrench tonight. There. All right. Boom. You got a wrench, Goddess. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Okay. right. Snoop Sleuth, Goddess, Heather, Black Widow, Eliana. There's Deb Super Chat. Welcome new subs. Hey, Granny D's here. Hi, Prof and chat lurking and working. You know what? I want to give Granny D a wrench. Do you have a wrench, Granny D? There you go, Granny D. Congrats, Granny D. All right, Snoop Sleuth with the super chat. Hey, what up, Props crew? Thank you, Snoop Sleuth. That's so nice. You guys are beautiful. So supportive, and I truly thank you. You just moved over where? Where I know more people? That's so great. Hey, support with Steffa. Thank you very much for the super chat train. Jump on board. All aboard. Thank you, Steffa. All right. All right, Steffa. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Granny D with the wrench. Got us with the wrench. Lawyer's daughter. Welcome in, lawyer's daughter. Is it taking me 20 minutes to say hello to everybody? Damn it. My critics will have another thing to add to the list. All right. Thank you very much, lawyer's daughter. I'm glad to see you. Hey, Jotun Jaeger. Morning to you. Morning, everyone. He says, Generation FAFO. God bless and welcome in. I'm so glad to have you here, sir. Appreciate you. All right, we can start now. It looks like the house is full. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss anyone else because I'm likely to miss people. All right. Everyone says, what up, Jaeger? Yo, Dr. Corbo, Feel Good Fun Time Medicine Show. Go subscribe to his channel as well. It's a good channel, Dr. Corbo's Feel Good Fun Time Medicine Show. Welcome on in and truly appreciate you here in the chat. What's up, Dr. C? See, Lisa makes it easy. Dr. C. All right. Yeah, good idea. And I want to promote this for a minute. Just a moment, please. I got a cough. And this is going to be somewhat of a fair warning to you all, okay? Fair warning to you all. If you don't want any politics whatsoever, okay, go over down here to the Prof True Crime, where Mr. Four Pitbulls Across America is pointing us. This is the backup channel. It's my true crime specific channel. Okay, here on this channel, here on the main Prof channel, I will be covering more news and politics. I'm gearing up to be doing that on a regular basis. So if you're averse to political speech, go over there to the Prof True Crime and you'll be safe from that because I will not be broadcasting it there. Okay, so fair warning. I've been wanting to make that known. And so Josh Four Pits gave me a good opportunity to say so. So if you don't like the politics, get the hell out of here. Go to the backup channel where you will solely get Prof True Crime. And you'll enjoy it over there and not be bothered. Okay. You're welcome, Granny D. Okay, LB, welcome in. LB. So happy to be here with y'all. And we're happy to be here with you. We back. Uh-oh. Hey, are you starting? Are you trying to get Kronk over here? Let me give you a little something. The Shack, right? Shack Attack. Shack Attack. Cody. Derek. The Shack. All right, Shack Attack for everyone in the back. Thank you very much, Sunflower. You get me all pumped up. All right. Sunflower. So, hey, Moonbeam 70s child also coming in. Welcome, Moonbeam. Okay, you was on the other channel. That's what you meant. It seemed weird. There you go. Now you realize, Shay. I get the joke now. All right. All right, y'all. You were on the little channel. All right. Moonbeam, Zach. What's up? Hi, Prof and chat. Hope everyone is well. What's up? What's up? What's up? Friendly reminder from Gretchen to hit that like and switch to all messages. Hey, Deb. Deb says, hi, Prof and everyone. Well, welcome on in. All right. Good to see you all. Good to see everybody. I, I stopped coming altogether for a couple of weeks because it seemed like everybody I knew was gone. Now you know why. You were in the wrong place. All right. All right, guys. All right. Sorry about the two channels. Okay. I'll do something about it. You know what? I'll make it easy on you guys. I'll figure it out for sure very soon. I'll make it very clear which is which. So you guys don't worry. Shaq, Cody, Derek, Shack Attack. All right. So let's see. I think we made it. Proud member of Prof's Liberal Ladies. Okay. Cody, Tara, Derek, Becky, Aunt Brenda, Aunt Melissa. All right. Thank you, Black Widow. Okay. Now. All right. So I think we're ready. Now. Oh man, I just don't know where to start because I never like having these serious talks, but it's one of them. Okay, it's one of them. Prof Tarts. There you go. The sweet dude Shibby. I think we have started a new deal. As a matter of fact, I got to make it known
Prof
that
is a fucking terrorist, a fucking pedophile, sympathizing fucking terrorist.
Bruh.
Prof Tarts. Okay. So, yeah. Wow, you threw me for a loop, sweet dude Shibby. Can you please keep the comedy to yourself? All my Prof Tarts here. Yeah, I mean, well, oh, how do I start this? Okay, so it's clear. Okay, it's clear. It's clear that Pop Tart. Well, that would go with pie because isn't a Pop Tart basically a handheld pie? My God, you guys are. I'm supposed to be serious. How can I be serious when guys keep cracking jokes? We have to not watch the chat. All right. Where am I trying to go? Let's see. What I'm trying to say is complicated. I know it's very hard for some people, okay? It's very difficult for some people to really understand us here, okay? Because it's a typical thing, right? It's like, how would I say it? It's like when someone's been traumatized and abused and gaslit and just harassed forever and they're acting all fucking crazy. And all you see is the way they're acting, which is all crazy. And you say, oh, they're fucking unhinged. They're crazy. They're irrational. Because you don't have the full picture. All you see is this little tunnel vision of what you're seeing at the person and that they're behaving in a slightly off-kilter fashion. But what you don't see is all of the context. Okay. Remember, context is king. So you don't see the context that there's all this narcissistic crazy making and abuse and trauma that's going on. You're driving someone crazy, okay, to force them to become traumatized and have this trauma response and act a little crazy and reticent and maybe like skeptical. And then you see the person going in a certain direction and you don't understand any of that. And you say, that person is da da da, and he's da da da, and it's all about drama and ego and petty shit. You see? Because you don't understand what is actually happening. Okay? And this is why it's very important that what you understand what is going on. And I have tried to make it my mission since I've been on this case to shed a light or display to you what is happening. I've tried to shed a light on what is happening, present to you what is happening so that you can see the larger context of what's happening yourself. Okay. And it just seems that a lot of people have a very difficult time with that because it's somewhat of the three monkeys syndrome. They don't want to see, hear, right? Or talk about the elephant in the room. And it's what I've been trying to get you to see for yourselves so that those of you who are experiencing this cognitive dissonance can start to incorporate the new information to form new perspectives, to educate yourselves and have a greater understanding about the larger picture or the elephant in the room. Therefore, you will understand more of what you're seeing. And when you go to this channel, that channel, that channel, and we're all talking about Delphi right now, okay? So that when you're going to all the Delphi channels, and I mean all of them, okay? So this is my point. Delphi has had a lot of creators over the years. And I want you to be able to, as a viewer, to go and view it all, the entire community that has touched this Delphi case. And I want you to understand what you're seeing. And the more that you have incorporated into your cognizance, the more you will understand all that you are seeing. But as long as you refuse to do that and you have this tunnel vision, you will not be able to form these novel connections and understanding about what you're seeing. And let me make it clear to you that what you are seeing is that the state has a bunch of people out here on the internet and boots on the ground controlling the entire discussion around this case, both from the perspective of the prosecution and from the perspective of defense advocates. And if you understand that, you will start to understand that all of this shit goes back to the state covering up this double homicide of these two girls, a quadruple homicide of four other girls, another double homicide of two other girls, and multiple other double and triple and quadruple homicides throughout the Midwest that you have no clue or even tied to this case. And until you're able to understand that, you will never understand a damn thing that you're seeing in this Delphi community on these platforms, because you're going to be looking at it from a very limited perspective with no context or understanding of what the hell is going on in this community. And that's a goddamn fucking fact. Okay? That's the first point I want to lay down for you. It's my opinion that whatever this Delphi case opens the door to, which I suspect ties into the Anthony Shots catfishing, child predation community and trafficking in the Indiana area, I think that whatever door that opens, it goes all the way on up to the top. And I mean to all the way on up to the top of the state police, the top of the governors, the judges, the politicians, the senators, the fucking who knows. And until you understand that, you're going to keep this limited perspective limiting your intelligence, because you're not going to be able to incorporate the information that will enlighten you as to the magnitude of what this is. And I've said so many times that this is a cover-up of epic proportions. Okay? Now, I know it's hard to believe. It's also hard to believe when you're surrounded by vultures on all sides, or snakes, or whatever the hell you want to call them. In other words, the tentacles run deep, okay? And until you realize that you may have tentacles wrapped around you, you will never understand what you find yourself in the middle of. Okay? Now, on that note, something has happened in the past day or two that I want to use as an example to try to to pry your eyes open. And trust me, I've been doing it for months. Okay. I've been trying to pry your eyes open. And I know it's really difficult for some of you because you have this, I don't know what the word, the best choice of word would be, but you have somewhat of a compassion or a connection or I'm losing the word. But some of you have these affinities for people. And these affinities for people because they're cute, because they're kitschy or quirky or eccentric or uh, quirky and all these different qualities, your attachment to the person keeps you from judging the behavior and the motivations and all this. So it's been difficult. But I think tonight it'll be a little easier when I show you what I'm going to show you, because this right here involves people who you are all probably a little less attached to, and maybe it's a little easier to see. Okay. What I'm going to show you tonight might be a little easier for you to see. And I think that that would be good. Okay. And it's important for you to know that over these 3 years I've been here up in this case, I have communicated with everyone. I mean, Jesus Christ. I cannot even reiterate or I can't convey to you the number of people I have spoken for hours with. Okay. A couple of handfuls of locals I've spoken for hundreds of hours with collectively. I've communicated with almost everyone in this case, lengthy emails, repeated back and forth for years, including the attorneys involved in this case, including family members involved in this case, including creators involved in this case, and on and on and on. And I wanted to bring you on back, okay, because some of you were around here 3 years ago. Some of you were around here 2 or 3 years ago, like when all of this shit was happening. And you remember, I coined the term troll farm because I felt it was an accurate uh, encapsulation of a certain group of people who are affiliated with the family and the prosecutor, who I thought the term troll farm fit really well. And you may remember that even I have Apophis in a certain video called Red Balloons. He even made one of the balloons called Troll Farm, you know, because even he could clearly see exactly what was happening. And many of you who were here in those days, you did see what was happening. But I'm going to bring you back because I want you to see again with new eyes, okay? That the things that have always happened have continued to happen. And something happened yesterday and day before, and it was really disturbing. And I'm going to show it to you. So you all know that this troll farm, who are the stalkers, harassers, meth heads, gang members, and criminals from Lafayette, from Delphi, from Indianapolis, and the entire area there in central Indiana. Um, they have been threatening to kill us, harass us. They've sent multiple mailings to a handful of us in the community. We get hate mail in the mail on a regular basis. Okay, they've called all of our employers. They've tried to contact a lot of our relatives. Um, and they harassed the shit out of Noe for years. Okay. You know, you know Noe, right? Most of you know Noe. Okay. So basically, they got Noe back in jail because they forced a they stressed him out to the point where he started behaving irrationally out of anxiety and from the stalking and harassment until he got provoked into reacting to them in this way that it happens. And the same troll farm harassed the shit out of his probation officer to the point where eventually they violated his probation. They put him in jail. Okay. Well, yesterday, this happens. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, so this is a post mocking. This is a post mocking Noe, quote unquote, crying to the court. Okay, so supposedly Noe is crying to the court. Okay, this is an attempt at emasculating. It's sort of a victory lap, a celebration of achieving the goal of getting him back in jail and all of the 9 yards. Okay. But you'll see here that this was filed October 6, 2025, which is day before yesterday. Okay. And this was posted yesterday, which was October 7th. Okay. And you'll see in the screenshot shared, I pointed an arrow to that this obviously came from someone called Jinx. And I want to read this to you because I think it's very important to hear the contents of Noe's letter. So, in other words, Noe took the time to very clearly write out a letter to the court. So let's read through it real quick, okay? And please just be patient with me. It's a little hard to read, but I'll try to get through it. Okay. It says, to whom it may concern, I've been made aware of certain individuals, Troll Farm, planning to attend my upcoming court proceedings on October 9th, 2025 at 1. The following individuals are promoting and publicizing on social media platforms, mainly YouTube, Shane, Courtney, Kimberly, and Karen, to attend the hearing when the transport van arrives and cause chaos and or bodily harm against me upon my arrival to the court building. If you have any questions in regards to this issue, feel free to contact inmate advocate and YouTube host Diana and or YouTube moderator Carol at the contact information provided below. Thank you. Respectfully yours, Noe Amos. And you'll see he provides contact information for Diana, or Dirty Diana as we call her, and Carol. And all of you know Diana and Carol are amazing and sweet individuals, right? You all know that. So first and foremost, what does the letter say? The letter say a handful of stalkers who've been stalking this gentleman for more than 2 years, sending mail to his house for more than 2 years, constantly harassing him and berating him on all their live streams for more than 2 years, are going to go to harass him and cause chaos at the court like they have done every single time he's had a hearing. Okay? There's no lie he told. There's no exaggeration he's told. This is absolutely certain. Okay? Just a moment. Okay, sorry. So, I'll say this. First and foremost, if you'd like to support Noe, put commissary on his books or anything like that, go ahead and send me a message and tell me the amount and send me the amount, and I will forward it to him. Or you can send it to Diana, who's over at Dirty Diana channel. Okay, I think Diana would gladly forward him funds. I would gladly forward him funds, and maybe even Four Pits. Any of us, if, trust me, if you want to support Noe, if you want to send him some coffee, some money to put on the text message account or whatever, I truly encourage you to support Noe in whatever way you can. Even write him a letter. Okay, support Noe. Send him a letter. Send him some coffee or whatever you got to do. Okay, because guess what? I'm supporting Noe, and let me say, I didn't encourage Noe doing certain things that Noe did because he'd get emotionally triggered. Just like I'm sure Noe would not encourage me doing certain things that I've done because I was triggered. We all get triggered. But nevertheless, Noe's heart is in the right place. It's always been in the right place. And he's always told the fucking truth, which is absolutely uh, uh, just like preposterous that they would try to turn like they do every time and make Noe a bad guy. Because Noe is not a bad guy. He's got a heart of gold. He's a pussycat. He loves Abby and Libby, and goddamn has been fighting this war for the truth of Abby and Libby for 3 fucking years. Okay. All because, remember, Noe was housed in the same unit with Kagan Klein, and Kagan Klein told him a lot of shit, and Kagan Klein's boyfriend told him a lot of shit that was highly concerning, which is the whole reason Noe stepped into this YouTube community, because Noe stepped out of that facility and immediately went to the fucking Indiana State Police. You know, the ones covering up the murders, David Vito and others. He gave them all the information. He sat down, gave them the information. He wrote down the information, gave it to them on a silver platter, okay? So that they could bury it, because that's obvious what they did. They don't care about Kagan Klein. They don't care about any of the things he said to anyone in that housing unit. This is the whole reason Noe is here. So it's absolutely unacceptable, but kind of predictable that they would do this to Noe. Because if Noe knows something that's damaging to this state's case and to these people who are trying to cover this up, then it makes sense that Noe would be at the center of the target zone, doesn't it? And speaking of that, I'm going to show you some of the things. I'll put it that way. Okay, let me see. I gotta get my thing pulled up here. Um, because some of this I can't show you, some I can. So I'm going for what I can show you, and I'm going to read what I can't show you. How about that? Because you all need to, and I'm trying to paint a picture in your heads as to exactly what's been going on. Let me see. Excuse me while I talk to my kid. Hold on. Okay, do you hear me? Now, On July 16th, 2024, this was filed. Now, what I'm not showing you is the very first page, which is the cover sheet. Okay. So let me talk about the cover sheet before we read this one. Like I said, some of the pages I won't show, some of the pages I will. So the cover sheet says this: Defendant, David Ramos. Relationship, stranger stalking. Okay. Stranger stalking. And this is for a protective order. And this next page here you're looking at, you can see, I have been a victim of stalking. Okay. Filed July 16th, 2024. I have been a victim of stalking. Remember, the cover sheet said a stranger is stalking me. Now, listen, no, he was not a stranger, because this is a whole misrepresentation. Noe was very familiar to this individual because Noe was well known and had talked to this individual a multitude of times, including interacted on live stream panels with this individual. There was no strangerness to Noe. Okay, Noe was an associate, a known party. Okay, next up. Page, let me go to the next page. Respondent has committed stalking against me. Okay. The respondent has placed me in fear of physical harm. Do you really believe this individual believes that Noe would cause physical harm to this person? The respondent has committed stalking against me. Place of incident. Social media. Description of incident. And look, I'm telling you, listen, this is what I'm reading to you. Okay. I'll read it to you. I am legally blind and have other disabilities. So I have limited physical mobility and walk with a cane. A man named Noe has been stalking me on the internet for over a year. It's the other way around. He did this while having an ankle monitoring device on him for a felony charge. On 5/20/24, I applied for a protective order and it was granted. I did not know Mr. Ramos contested this protective order until he tagged me on 7/15/24 in his post and the order was dropped. I was never aware of the contesting of the order because communication was sent only to my email and in a letter. No, it's because you don't check your damn mail or you gave a fake address. I can't read my emails and cannot go to the post office myself. Bullshit. These are things my husband has to help me with. You're not married. And he has been very busy lately running a biker gang. And he has not been keeping up with these things. He doesn't pay attention to my stupid shit on the internet. No, I added that. Okay. I realize now that I should have informed the court that I was legally blind. Hold on. I realized that I should have informed the court that I was legally blind. I'm legally blind. Yeah, she's legally blind, but it doesn't stop her from texting in every goddamn live stream, endlessly shit talking for the past 4 or 5 years, right? But it's an excuse for not responding to the protective order. But anyway, let's continue. I apologize regardless. I am attaching screenshots of information David posted using my name and email immediately after the hearing on 7/15/24. There's also a post of when he went to the courthouse and filed for the contested hearing. I believe this is proof that David Ramos is very much stalking me and trying to make contact. He absolutely would not have put these posts out if he didn't have complete confidence that a friend would contact me and let me know that he was still trying to frighten and intimidate me. I think you're the scariest bitch on YouTube. Come on, man. A year ago, David Ramos started his communication with me by breaking into conversations I was having with others online. No, that's called participating in an online discussion. He got my phone number and called me, yes, to try to have you stop stalking him. I never gave the number to him, nor did anyone I know. No, the bullshit. Ruckus gave it to him, I'm sure. He told me early on that he had found my address. Yes, because just like you all stalk us and get our addresses and our children's photos and all of this, we do the same to you. It's called self-defense. Anyone would act in self-defense with maniacs like you stalking them on the internet. He reached out to my friends for personal information on me. No, he didn't. That is why I got a protective order in the first place, and I'm very frightened. He bullies me. Sure, right. I want no contact. Neither do we. I need for him to stop making indirect contact with me as well as direct. What? I am asking the court to order the following relief. Prohibit the respondent from committing or threatening to commit acts of domestic or family violence, stalking, or sex offenses against me. What? No one wants to do that, trust me. Prohibit the respondent from harassing, annoying, telephoning, contacting, or directly or indirectly communicating with me. Okay? And then, funny enough, okay, this is an example of what she puts up of what is stalking and harassment. Okay? And this says by Noe, dismissed, case dismissed. Judge rules claims were frivolous and based upon lies, Jinx 13. Okay. Then Noe makes this post. Case number, blah, 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 was thrown out by the Honorable Judge Kristen McVeigh at Tippecanoe County Superior Court 5. This is the type of harassment I have to put up with from the troll farm. Jinx 13 claims she would take me to court just so that I miss work and money traveling far away. Well, I got paid a vacation day and free lunch from Kathy Clendenning out of the deal and a nice drive on this beautiful day. Here's my message to you, you little punk with a cane. And this is his little message here. See? Okay. And these are all the evidence. Now, here's another one. Him at court in Lafayette, Indiana. See him at the courthouse. Somehow that's evidence of stalking. Like, okay. Anyhow, and it goes on and on and on. Now, regardless, let's move on. Again, take note, that's July 16th, 2024. You'll see here an order dismissing the petition and an order for protection. This is on July 15th, 2024. A petitioner failed to appear for the hearing and failed to present evidence. An ex parte order for protection was issued in May, but because you failed, so this was a failure to appear, and you can see it here. Failure to appear, highlighted in yellow. Well, as a result of all this, you'll see that on, what is this? Maybe this is August 8th, no, 6th, August 6th. There was another order denying the petition for an order of protection. Okay. Denied. And this time, the petitioner has not shown by a preponderance of evidence that stalking has occurred sufficient to justify the issuance of an order of protection. So what am I getting at here? Okay. You have not showed evidence that you've been stalked. And again, what am I saying? I am saying that this is harassment using the court system. Okay, this is all called harassment using the court system. All right. Now, keep in mind, these same individuals also called his job to try to get him fired from his job at the same time this was happening. Okay. The same time this was happening, they called his job several times to try to annoy his boss into firing him with false accusations. Okay. And simultaneously, which you all need to recognize, and there's police reports of all of this, and David Noe gave me the entire stack of documents, right? They contacted the probation officer dozens of times, and the probation officer kept all of the contact information, all of the individuals who had done it, and all of the content of the contact. So Noe has record of all of that false reporting to the probation officer. Okay? So this is lawfare harassment using the court system. Okay? Now it goes further because I've told you that this group has consistently mailed a handful of us in the community, harassing mailings. Okay? You'll see here, this is an entire handful of harassers. Okay, this is an entire handful this is an entire inner grouping of the troll farm here, the inner workings of the troll farm. Gathering, this is what I call a troll farm meeting. And you'll see that in the center, this is an individual holding a troll farm sticker, which belongs to the individual that the arrow is coming from. Who is the same individual who we have just been looking at these false accusations of stalking. Okay. And so you see that sticker there says troll farm. Now, I'm telling you right now, Rick Snay, myself, Noe, and a few others in the community have received dozens of envelopes in the mail, in our mailboxes and in our post office boxes. And several of us have received this very sticker here that this individual is holding. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, if you look to the left of this person holding the sticker is the individual who regularly accompanies Jinx to the stalking of Noe at the courthouse. Okay. Which is why I'm showing you this group. Okay. And here's some evidence of that. Okay, this is the stalking of Noe at the courthouse. And I bring this up because of the absolute audacity of these people to use the murders of 4 young black girls, the Flora 4 here, on their license plate. Because both of these individuals who have been stalking Noe for 3 years and myself, this is evidence of them stalking Noe because they're here at the Wabash County Judicial Center at one of Noe's hearings. And you can see the license plate of the car here is trying to align themselves with the Flora 4, the victims of the Flora fires, these two here. Okay. These two tried to take over the Flora 4 Foundation. And they successfully did so. They coerced Galen Rose into some sort of adjacent relationship with them. Okay. But I don't believe that Miss Rose knows that these people are behaving in this manner. Okay. Now, I'm going to pull this down because it's time to move on. Because we've been dealing with this shit for years. Okay. We have been dealing with this shit for years. But here's a funny thing, because today there was a live stream. So, like I said, yesterday there was the posting of Noe's letter. And then today a live stream. So let's talk about both of those. Because it was a very odd situation. Because when I saw the posting of Noe's letter, I immediately went on to my case. And the funniest thing, not a single indicator in the world on my case. And I need you to think about that, okay? Because you all, I've asked you all to really put your thinking caps on and tune in to what is going on in this community, okay? So I need you to put your fucking thinking caps on and think right now. They published this letter, which I said comes from Jinx, and is published by another one. Publish it on YouTube. In the meantime, I immediately go to my case, not a lick of it. So I need you to think. Because today it is on my case. So I called the court and I said, hey, what's up with that letter? And they said, oh, yeah, now it's available. But here's the thing. I need you to think, how is it that some methed out, harassing ass, unhinged trolls on the internet, how is it that they would have access to a letter to the court before it hits my case? Well, I'll tell you, there's only one way, or maybe two. Number one, there's some attorney in Indiana that has a bar number who has access to the inner workings of the court system, who gets notices with every update to a case, such that this attorney who is working with these internet trolls, either this attorney is getting notice so that the attorney can immediately call the clerk and get a copy, or there's something even worse, that someone from the court itself is directly notifying these people with any update on Noe's case. But either way, you got to ask yourself, who's the attorney? Who's the attorney? And if it's not the attorney, who's the insider in the judicial system that's feeding the internet trolls the material they need to go and harass Noe by doing this? When this is a clear call out for help, okay, this is a clear, look at the handwriting. Look at everybody that he's included in this letter, okay? Look at what is stated in the letter. Heads up, court. These fucking handful of individuals who've been stalking me for 3 years, they're going to try to come and stalk me at my hearing, and I want you to know, for my safety. So who in the court system is facilitating this type of harassment? It's kind of akin to like Keegan Kline transcript going right into the hands of Kevin Greenlee, right? Magically. Oh, he just happens to log into my case just the minute that Keegan Kline's transcript gets posted, and he's able to snag it within 2 minutes before it gets removed. Do you all really believe that story? That ain't the way it happened, okay? And this is also not the way it happened. All right. So I want to move and I want to talk some more because now I'm going to make it personal because I mentioned the live stream. So, yes, there was a live stream today. Okay. There's a live stream today. So, on this live stream today, there were three individuals laughing, having a party, a big old fucking victory lap, a celebration, just hilarious how they were laughing about all of this, right? And wouldn't you know, it was Jinx. It was some guy who I don't know, rando, and Sleuth Intuition, douche crew himself. What up? What up? Douche crew. Douche himself was laughing his ass off right on there on the live with Jinx, having the time of their lives laughing at Noe. Yes, they were. You know, it rang a bell. I was like, oh, you know what? That's right. That motherfucker right there, he's the one that started all of this with me. You know, and I kind of find it funny if you really think about it. I want you guys to put your thinking caps on. Think of Sleuth and Frank Meister. Okay? In your mind? Got it? You know, think of their avatars and think of their color branding on their channel. Vinlander green? Yeah, right. Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's spot on, right? Odd that the two main male harassers for the Patty family both have Vinlander green branding in their YouTube channels, right? I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Not only that, you know that Indiana and Arizona are the two main uh, uh, hitching posts for the Vinlanders in the United States. Yeah, I'm sure that's just a coincidence too. But it got me thinking, and I thought, oh man, I remember how when all of this shit started with this group that I termed Troll Farm, the prosecution meth head shills, I thought, hey, you know what's funny? I remember how this all started because if you guys really know your YouTube history with Delphi, you'll remember that I came around with Ruckus Rocks. Yeah, that's right. The fake cop, the guy who pretends to be a cop, but he's not. Yeah. So I remember back then that everything was good. It was all good with this group. Okay. It was all group. They all surrounded me immediately and put their claws in me, and I was surrounded by vultures. Okay. And lying ass Ruckus, who was in the middle of all the leaks, but of course he tries to deny that now. Because everyone involved in the leaks of the crime scene photos lies about it. Okay, the mass leaking of crime scene photos. Yeah, sure, he got away with it, just like everyone else. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. For my first 19 shows, this entire group just loved me. They heaped praises on me. They love bombed me. They got the wrenches in my chat. They just took control of my channel. They made sure they booted bitches they didn't like. They were total control of my channel, and they just loved the prof. They were the prof's crew, right? You remember? Anybody remember that shit? I'm legally blind. Until show number 19. Well, what's different about show number 19, Prof? Well, I'll tell you exactly what's different about show number 19. Show number 19, that was the day my headache started in this motherfucking case. And it's the day I wish I would have never started YouTube. Because on show number 19, I said the following. I said, Becky and Kelsey, you didn't say enough. You need to go to the cops and you need to tell them what you know. It's time to talk. And that was it. Show number 19. Well, that's all it took for this to happen. Show number 20, I'm sitting there, start the show, and about 25 trolls come in. Many of them had duplicated or spoofed my loyal viewers' accounts. 25 come in, and it's all out chaos, right? Remember? So I had to deal with that entire situation and like booting out and banning and all the stuff that you have to do when you get trolls come in. And Jinx made it a point at that time to implode my Discord because she's such a piece of shit, a little shit starter, which she likes to do. She goes into everyone's communities and she does a screenshot. So she goes in your Discord and she finds people saying shit, screenshot. And then she starts sending it to start drama with everybody like she did to Rick Snay. Because if you all guys ever realized Rick Snay was talking shit about me, fighting with me for a year, you know why? He told me and showed me it was all Jinx, right? It was all Jinx. Jinx was doing this whole fucking gaslight with and instigating with Rick to turn Rick against me. And when me and Rick figured that out, we turned our sights on Jinx, right? Anyhow, you know how everything always comes out in the wash? Matter of fact, it does. And so one day, I'm minding my business and I get a little message. And actually, that day was Wednesday, July 12th, as you can see here. And that message said 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. Sleuth was mad about your live about the family. Sleuth gets a voice call. She means makes a voice call and says to go in your live with fake names. That's the plan they made. All those names I gave you went in Sleuth's voice call. And I say, do you mean he received a call or he made a call for the group? He created a call for the group and was sharing his screen. Okay, so this group that you listed in the voice call and Sleuth tells them to go troll me with fake accounts, they were watching you live and talking about you. Those name I gave you trolled the live. Okay, so what names did she give me? Well, let's go look at that because I actually forgot to include it. So I'll have to give it to you now. Just let me pull it up. Let me pull that up for you. Apologize for forgetting to upload that one. Let's see. I'm going to do it now. Just apologize. I'm kind of goofing with this. Oh, my. Come on, Prof. What date is this? July 2012? I mean, July 12th? Jesus. Okay, let's find July 12th. Because see, what people don't realize is I still have that Discord. It's just empty. There's not a soul in there except me. So there's some receipts to be had in that Discord. But let me find it. Because remember, this is just showing you what actually happened. Oh, I see. I got it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna airdrop it. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get it up now. Sorry about that. Okay, there you go. I said, give me the names. July 12th, 2023. I said, give me the names and I will list them. And Nothing to See One says Sleuth Intuition, Frank Meister, Reg Dunlap, Hybrid Pisces, Mrs. Persevere, Ruckus, and D. Ashley. So 9 p.m. on a Tuesday, Sleuth, Frank, Reg Dunlap, Hybrid Pisces, Mrs. Persevere, Ruckus, and D. Ashley made the plan to go into my life and to totally cause chaos and confusion. So it's funny, I guess what I'm getting at, that Sleuth, today with Jinx, were having the time of their lives celebrating Noe's incarceration and mocking the letter that he wrote warning about their stalking behavior. Okay? Now, I know everyone says, oh, Prof, you know, focus on drama. No, this is not drama. This is showing you the true history of this channel, of the troll farm, and of Noe's and mine harassment for all these years. And it gets even better. Because at the end of the day, this is not about the trolls or the Prof or Noe. No, this is about the Patties, okay? And right now, you need to be proven. It needs to be proven to you that that's what it's about. So let me reiterate. For those of you who have not yet heard Frank Meister repeatedly announcing his relationship with Becky Patty, okay, now's the time, okay? So Frank Meister has repeatedly broadcast his relationship with Becky Patty. I talked to Becky, Becky. Even remember when Richard Allen was when there were hits out on Richard? Remember when there were the hits out on Richard in the facilities, both Wabash and Westville? He was joking with Becky Patty about the hits out on Richard. You don't believe me? Okay, I'll read them. Let me read them. Because I know you're not going to believe me unless I fucking literally read it to you word for word. So I will literally read to you word for word. I'll quote it. One of the quotes says, I talk to Becky, I talk to Becky at least once a week. And we just had a talk last week. And we were talking about this, and I said, look, it's really starting to get aggravating that I keep getting dragged into this, you know? And she says, I understand. I wish it would just try to go away. Okay? Then he says, I was talking to Becky Patty, and that there was a hit out on Richard Allen in Pendleton. Because oh, shit. That's not the one I want to read. I want to read to you the one where he says, I don't... Okay, sorry. Pulled up the wrong one. Sorry, I'm kind of like fumbling here. Listen. Gosh. Here it is. And I talked to Becky, and Becky started laughing, you know, and she said, I understood what you said, but she said, I don't want him killed just yet. I want him to suffer a little. Okay? So it's clear that Frank Meister is in regular communication with Becky Patty, right? It's also clear that they're laughing and joking about the hits on Richard Allen to the extent where Becky says, "Oh, I don't want him killed just yet. I want him to suffer a little." Okay? Now, sleuth. I also have plenty of documentation of sleuth talking regularly with Becky Patty. Am I right or am I wrong? Any of you watch Sleuth, you know he talks to Becky Patty. So that's two, right? Remember, we're talking about the two main male harassers for the state of Indiana that have literally sent out all the stalking and trolling for years on YouTube against us. Regular connecting to Becky Patty. Well, what is this? Jinx 13. I know he and Frank act like they know Becky so well. I actually do know her because I worked in the school system and I was friends with Dennis Randall's daughter, Nicole. I was her maid of honor. Again, the reason I show you receipts is so you don't have to take my word for it. I know he and Frank act like they know Becky so well. I actually do know her because I worked in the school system and I was friends with Dennis Randall's daughter, Nicole. I was her maid of honor. So, are you telling me the top three people celebrating and having a huge fucking party and joking about Noe's incarceration today and yesterday are all close to Becky Patty, best friends with Becky Patty? I did meth. My dude I was with at the time was a bigger dealer than I thought. Got into a huge fight. He smashed my two fingers. Saved the middle one, but lost my index. Never did meth again. Just smoked my girl, Mary Jane. I was 20 years old. I'm almost 40 now. And I meant to say good lesson learned, but I said God lesson learned. Indeed, I was lucky enough to see his light and save my life. And I said, wouldn't it be a bitch if that's why the girls are dead, referring to meth? And look at this. Unfortunately, that's exactly what it's going to be. Again, referring to methamphetamine. Wouldn't it be a bitch if that's why the girls are dead? Meth. Unfortunately, that's exactly what it's going to be. I think so. Garrett Kurtz knows it's coming, and I can't wait for Greeno to go back to jail for making things up and messing with the investigation. What? Wait. So not Richard Allen? Garrett Kurtz knows it's coming, and I can't wait for Greeno to go back to jail for making up things and messing with the investigation. And it gets deeper. Carroll County, man, it's not a good place. They can sugarcoat it all they want, but there's plenty of maggots underneath. Ugh. I don't know all the names, but there's definitely more than just one of or two people. Oh, I thought it's Richard Allen, Lone Wolf Killer. And I thought Carroll County's a wonderful place, Jinx. And I told her my source puts 3 under the bridge at Wilson's Bridge or near the bridge. And I say, he puts 3 under there. I have the whole list of names in the screenshot down the creek closer to Wilson Bridge. And she says, High Bridge is not where it happened. High Bridge is not where it all happened. Wilson Bridge is what I have understood as the place. My husband works at Subaru. He's a robot tech. We were out there to help for a few hours that night. What? Wait. This is one of the most fervent accusers and believers of Lone Wolf Richard Allen High Bridge going across the creek down to Round Logan's. This is one of your main guilters right here. Are you telling me in April of 2023, she was admitting that Carroll County's not good? There's a lot of maggots underneath. There's definitely more than just 1 or 2 people. High Bridge is not where it all happened. Wilson Bridge is what I have understood as a place. My husband works at Subaru. We were out there that night to help for a few hours. And this is the person who has continuously stalked and harassed myself and Noe and others since Richard Allen's arrest. Now you get to fucking put your thinking caps on. And remember, what did I say? They act like they know Becky so well. I actually do know her. I worked in the school system, was friends with Dennis Randall's daughter, Nicole. I was her maid of honor. These are from April of 2023. You can see the date there. Yeah, they know Richard Allen's not guilty and he's not a lone wolf killer. Look, even Ruckus, as shitty as Ruckus is, even Ruckus, remember this. You can go watch it right now. It's called A Storm is Coming on Ruckus's channel. It's not just one involved, he says. It's a bunch of involved, and you'd be surprised at their ages. So why now are they down with the okie doke with Jerry Holman and Nick McClellan? Our harassers here. These are our harassers. Right? But we are the bad guys. We're the bad guys, Noe and I. Jesus Christ, man. This is hard to do. It's never easy to do this. I'm sorry. So I want to do something. Let's see. Let me try something. It's going to spin for a while, but okay. No, these are screenshots from my Discord, which, whoops. What happened? That's okay. These are screenshots from my Discord from 2023. So apologize that it's might be a little confusing. I'm trying to get something going for the second half, so just please be patient with me. Hey, welcome in, Mark. All right. I don't know why I'm glitching out here because I got a good signal. It's weird. All right. But this is the thing, like I'm trying to make you all understand too. Realize that I've gone a good year trying to ignore these motherfuckers. you know, it's been at least a year since I really brought this group up much. But I'm trying to show you that the centerpieces of this group are all Becky Patty adjacent. Do you not see that? Okay, sorry, my video's still loading. But I got a video coming, so please be patient with me. Mark Shibby, am I the bad guy that supports my friend Prof? No, you're not. All right, let's see. All right, so let me get this video uploaded. I can keep talking. What's up, Cromley? Zaddy. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we're gonna do here. There we go. And look, trust me, I guarantee you're gonna see about a month of rage post and shit after this because I'm telling the truth. So, unfortunately, when I tell the truth, the shit hits the fan. So I've just told you the truth the past hour, and therefore I'm gonna be harassed, gang stalked, and shit. There's gonna be an entire shit storm for the next month. There's going to be an entire shitstorm because I showed you this stuff. But I'm showing it to you to show you the pattern of stalking, lies, gaslighting, and abuse. And I want you to think about where it's coming from. What's up? It's a new day. Hello. Welcome on in. All right. So that's all I had to say. It's like here's what I'm saying. It's just been constant fucking bullshit. And I guess this going after Noe thing just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me the constant years of going after me and Noe. So I'm waiting on something here. All right. Hey, thank you, Rebecca, for the super chat. And thank you, Nicole. Again, my super chatters, Rebecca, Nicole, Steffa, Snoop Sleuth, Deb, Heather. Appreciate all the support, super chatters. Thank you very much. All right. All right. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get this video pulled up. So let me get on the ball here. Diana says, these losers like to hit people harder when they're down, having a weak moment. They are predators. Yes, they do that. That's what they do. Yeah, of course. They hit lower than you would ever think. All right, so let's see. Love it, Prof. Becky chose a group she could control and fool, bottom line. What's up, fam? What's up, fam? Hey, Mark Ellis. Thank you very much, Mark. God, man. Thank you, Mark. Everybody, please thank Mark in the live chat. Thank you so much, Mark. Let's see. Come on, video. It's almost there. I got a couple for you. You're going to love it. And you may not have seen this before. Let me do this. Hey, Mark, how's your foot? How's the foot going, Mark? I know it's halfway there, I'm hoping. All right, it's coming. I feel like we got dead air. I don't like dead air. But I'll just let this cruise. We're on cruise control until the video uploads. It's rather rich because it's high quality, so just give me a moment. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull this up. Check this out, okay? This is the first thing I want to show you. All right. Oh my God. Thank you, Mark. let me give Mark a special thing. Thank you, Mark. Bruh. I'm legally blind. All right. So okay, so let me see what I want to do. I want to do this. Check this out. What you're going to see here is a film that I took at Wilson Bridge, okay? Now, this is Wilson Bridge. Let me see if I can handle this. Can I do this? All right. This is Wilson Bridge in November, okay? And this is kind of almost equivalent to how it would be in February. Now, it's my theory that this is where this entire incident began. Okay? And I think that's pretty clear to most people. Okay, I think this is where the entire thing went down. And remember Jinx's phrase, right? Do you remember what Jinx said? Let me reread it to you. Okay, I'm going to reread it. While you look at this, I want you to think about this. High Bridge is not where it all happened. Wilson Bridge is what I have understood as the place. My husband works at Subaru. He's a robot tech. We were out there to help for a few hours that night. Now, I want you to look. There's clear signs of human habitation here. You know, you got several tires. You have these poles arranged in this fashion. You see? There's a stump you're going to see that would make a great altar. You're going to see it momentarily. That's the stump there. Okay. Now look at the stump and look at its relationship to those big poles that are arranged in a right angle, and look at the nearness of the tires, the cut down poles or the trees, the stump that's cut perfectly. There's some burnt wood there. Okay. When I went out there, I found about 25 liquor bottles of various sorts, beer bottles, liquor bottles, uh, in this area too. This is a clear party spot. Maybe Four Pits. I don't know if Four Pits ever been out there for partying, but this is a clear party spot. And God knows what else. Hey, thank you, Cromley. All right, you see? Look, get a real good idea. I want you to get a real good idea of what it'd be like. Imagine being out here. Do you so let me stop it for a moment. Question. Hypothetical question. Do you see any people out here? Remember, this is about 2 in the afternoon in November. This is about 2 in the afternoon, mid-November. Not a soul in sight. Now, let me stop at this here. This is very important right here. Okay, let me stop it. Now, take a good look. In the center of your screen, apologize, that's a Freudian slip. In the center of your screen, you are going to see a driveway. This is a drive that comes up from the road. If you look straight ahead, it's elevated. There's an elevated road. Okay? If you look straight ahead, there's a road up there. That's the road. And you drive on down from the road, and you're looking at the drive straight ahead. I know it's kind of hard to determine, but right in the middle of the center of your screen, that's a drive that comes down from the road down into this field. Okay? And what we call, this is all Mears property. Okay? This is all owned by the Mears. What we call this area, and what Josh calls this area, is the Mears Bottoms, because I want you to take a good look at this area right adjacent to Wilson Bridge. Remember, we just walked through the woods. What we just did was walk through the woods from Wilson Bridge down to this field, and now take a look. This right here is the field, or the Mears Bottom. Okay, it's a very, very huge open field. Right adjacent. Remember, you can drive a truck down into this from the road easily. And this is Mears Bottoms here. And it's actually a lovely lawn, isn't it? Now, let me back that up, because I know it's easy to miss. So let's do it like this. Let's go back a bit. Now, look here. Okay, if you look straight ahead, I know it's hard to tell because you almost have to You almost have to retrace my steps. But this right here is like a road or a clearing. It's been cleared that goes deep all the way to damn near Wilson Bridge. Okay, so check it out. Check it out here. If you go back here, you're going to see I'm walking this clearing. It's a perfect, it's very sufficient for an ATV, but it's also sufficient for a pickup truck. Okay? You can see that I'm basically walking backwards. You see, it's a clearing that's sufficient for a vehicle, okay? You can pull a vehicle right to this spot. This is the party spot. You can pull a vehicle right to this party spot. Does anyone understand what my mind is projecting here? You can pull a vehicle right to this spot. You see? And you see I'm backing up down this cleared path that a vehicle can drive down. That's why I'm not hitting trees, because I'm backing up on the road or the clearing. You see how wide it is? You can fit a truck back here. As a matter of fact, you can almost see the wheel patterns or the path, the divots in the road, whatever you call it, the ruts in the road. You see, I'm walking down the road backwards. And now we're entering the clearing, which is the bottoms or the field. And Four Pits says that in this field is where they used to camp, party, bonfires, target practice, hanging out. Matter of fact, this is where Joe and Noe found all the shell casings, the tree full of bullets. They found shotgun shell casings. They found a target set up that had been shot up. State Master Trooper Joe took a bunch of the shotgun shells and brought them in for testing to the ISP. But I think he still has some. And now we're getting into some photography I took. So what I'll do is I'll come back a little. So these are just a series of photographs that I took of the area with my camera as well. So you can kind of get an idea. And you see how they're still green? They're still green because it's November. Now, if it's February, there's no green. So imagine this setting here with less green because it's going to be after winter. And look at the creek here, Deer Creek here. This is Deer Creek. It's a mile down from the high bridge. This is very shallow at this time. It's only 6 inches deep. But remember, at the time of Abby and Libby's murders, it was more than 2.5, 3 feet over normal levels. Okay. And remember what Dr. Perlmutter said. Dr. Dawn Perlmutter said that this is the absolute perfect setting for a typical ritual because it's in the woods, near trees, in a clearing, next to flowing water. And additionally, the name Deer Creek, deer is a sacrificial animal in the Delphi mythology of sacrificial offerings. You would sacrifice a deer, but that humans can take place of the deer. You can substitute man for animal and animal for man. Remember, I've shown you that research before in a previous live stream. Dr. Perlmutter says that this ticks all the boxes. And now here I'm showing you Wilson Bridge. And I'm showing you I'm trying to take a very thorough series of photographs of the entire area of the bridge. And what you're going to see here is that there is a hill. Okay, so if you're going up or down from the parking area, which is the parking area would be to the left of the screen here where my face is. So where you're looking at me, my head is basically in the area of the parking area, the gravel parking lot. And if you go down from the gravel lot, you go down the hill, see where I'm pointing? Down the hill to the bottom. And I'm showing you the path that goes down the hill. I really need you to keep up with me here. This is the path that goes down the hill. Okay, now this video is it's a mile and a third by GPS. Okay, a mile and a third. And this is the hill. This is where you park, right in the center of the screen up at the top. Now we're flipped around. This is the other side of the bridge. Now this is from a drone that I was flying. This is a drone flying, and you can see my truck parked. You see where my truck is parked? So let me pause that. That's actually a good shot. So if you look really freaking close there, you're going to see my truck parked. Let me see. Okay, pause it. You see my truck in between the beams of the bridge? You can see a little bit of my truck that's parked in that gravel lot. Okay? If you look real close in the center top of your screen, you can see my little truck that's parked. That's actually a full-size Dodge Ram 1500. So imagine, okay, it looks smaller than it is. That's a full-size Dodge Ram 1500 with a crew cab. It's a 4-door. That's a 4-door Dodge Ram 1500. So that's how big the area is. So I'm parked in the gravel lot there. So as you see, if you're parked in that vehicle, that's the lot. You go right down from that truck, down the hill. Okay, so I'm really trying to explain it clearly for you. So that's the Wilson Bridge area. Now these are different shots from the drone, still shots, because my drone has a still shot capability. So when I'm flying the drone, every once in a while I fly it and I do still photography. And that's what this all is. This is still photography from the flying drone. Now this is on the Brown side. If you're looking here, the Browns own this land here. So this is Brown property. Okay, and if you look here on the left side of your screen where my finger is the Mears, and on the right side is the Browns. Mears and Browns on each side of the creek here. And I'm showing you down into the woods from the elevated position. There's a reason I never explained all this before, but I think at this point in time, it's a good time to explain it to everyone. I was kind of cryptically posting it in the past. Now I'm explaining it to you thoroughly. Okay. This is the road that's on the Browns property. South side of the creek right here. Now on your right here is the Mears side, and on the left is Browns. And you can see, if you look real close, the green area is the open field, okay? And this is the woods at Wilson Bridge. You can see here 300. This is the road. You can see the bridge, turning into the road here. You can see the easy access. This is a place many people put canoes in. Okay, if you're going to put a canoe in, this is where you put it in. You see how it's an easy slope, a gentle slope right down into the creek. You put your canoe in there. And this more of the woods. This video I've titled The Woods at Wilson Bridge. It's on my channel if you guys want to get it for yourselves. It's called The Woods at Wilson Bridge. You see the clearing? Just like Dr. Perlmutter describes would be a crucial component of this. Again, a little more the south side of the creek over by the Browns here. I'm basically showing you both sides of the creek. Notice the vehicle access. There's roads everywhere. The little roads you can drive. There's plenty of places to drive. Okay. Now that's that. Okay. Now let me get you another one. There's another one. Just momentarily. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my. Come on, Prof. Jesus, man. All right, now what I'm showing you, let me stop it a moment. Again, this is the Wilson Bridge again, and we're going to fly over. This is my other video where this is strictly a flyover. So check this out. Now let me stop it. Whoops. Notice at the beginning here, you see the lot, right? You see the lot? Gravel lot there? There's your gravel lot. Right down at the bottom right-hand corner. Okay. Whoops. Wrong one. There's your gravel lot. Remember, let me just tell you now, because you know there's secrets and then there's the need to end secrets. We have a witness. And by we, I mean Discovery, I mean the FBI, and I mean law enforcement. There's a witness to a vehicle parked in this lot in the 3 o'clock time frame. There's a vehicle parked in this lot at the 3:15 time frame. On February 13th, 2017. And anyway, like I said, looking straight ahead, you see the Brown property. Straight ahead is a Brown property. Again, this video is called The Delphi Murders Wilson Bridge. It's also on my channel if you go into the video section. I put some scary music with it, but you're going to see the entire area now. On your left is Brown. On your right is a parking lot. There's no culvert under this bridge. There's a culvert in the woods. Okay, there's a culvert in the woods that goes under the road. I have a video of that too. It's called The Cave. If you want to see the culvert, go to my video called The Cave. And like I said, you can kind of see the little road there on the brown side. And here you can see that this is the area that I'm saying is a clearing. Let me pause it. You see the clearing here? This is the clearing. This is the clearing in the woods at Wilson Bridge. Remember, there's also a clearing on Ron Logan's land. Now, when Dr. Perlmutter studied the case, she found that the girls were in a clearing similar to this on Ron Logan's property. But my hypothesis is that we are looking at a clearing similar to the one at Ron Logan's, a circular clearing, but at Wilson Bridge. Which is why I'm filming it. I'm filming you the entire area that I believe this entire encounter took place before the bodies were dumped. Again, remembering this is November, so it's a little more green than it would be in February, okay? It's a little more green than it would. It would be even less leaves and plant matter in February. Yeah, Monkey Lady 86, you're missing the cave though. The culvert, the Wilson's culvert is easily accessible. That's a place to hide. As a matter of fact, I might show you that too. Since we're doing this, we might as well do it up, okay? I'll show you the cave after we do this, the culvert. This is Brown's. So I thought it was just very essential for the public to have clear eyes on this area. Okay, this is why I did this, to try to give us all a very clear understanding of the layout of the land. I wanted you all to have a very clear image of all the routes, points of access, the points of ingress, egress, the landscape, the topography. I wanted you to have it all, which is why I did this so thoroughly. And it's been on my channel for years. Okay. And like I said, remember, not a soul. This is about 1 or 2 p.m. in the middle of the day in November, and not a soul in sight. You see the lot? Anyway, while it plays, I'll just say I truly do appreciate all of you paying attention and being here tonight. It really is an honor to sit here and to share these observations with you. Obviously, I feel very passionately about this case and about all of the confusion, the gaslighting, the lies. I think the sleight of hand. I believe we're dealing with magic tricks. There's a lot of illusion going on. There's a lot of obfuscation. There's sleight of hand. You got one bridge, you got another bridge, you got one cave, you got another cave. You remember, you have two of everything. You have two caves, which is Wilson Cave, and you have Wilson's Culvert. You have two bridges, which is Monon High Bridge and Wilson Bridge. You have two clearings in the woods. You have Ron Logan's and you have Wilson Bridge. And as I said, easy access by vehicle. You know, look at this. This is a paved road. It's a good road. It's not necessarily paved. It's semi-paved. It's a really good graded road, is what I'm saying. And here's where you would put the canoes in here, right to your left, above my head. And we're going to fly up under the bridge here. This was a scary shot. I thought I was afraid to drop the drone in the water and lose the drone. I was really nervous that the drone would drown, and I didn't want the drone to fall in the water. So I was kind of nervous flying over the water here. You can see I'm really low too. I'm probably a foot over the water. um, but notice how still it was that day. There's not a ripple, you know, no wind. There's no wind happening. It was just absolutely dead air. Not a hint of a breeze. The water's like glass here. Absolutely still this day. But you can see how quiet and secluded and hidden this all is. The only place you see the water moving is when it's moving over rocks. You know, you see here, you see it moving over the rocks. I'm trying to show you the below the surface of the water, how it's all rocks. Okay, you don't have dirt. It's a lot of rock. It's a rocky creek. And it was extremely shallow on this day. Remember, at the time of the murders in February 2017, it was extremely high. So you're not really getting a good impression of the depth of the water. Okay. But I want you to, you know, see what you can see. Yeah, it's like we have some odonite, sweet dude shibby. I think we're looking at some odonite in the water here. Now, this is some photography now. I did some photography with the camera to try to show you in fine detail the details of this bridge. Hey, Ninja Warrior Assassin, welcome. And hello to everyone else who's come in. I apologize. I'm half-assed watching the chat. So apologize to anyone I've missed, but welcome everyone who's come in. And thank you for being here. Anyone that's on the replay, welcome on in on the replay. And please leave comments below. What do you think about this? What are your gut feelings? Here's a gravel lot. And here's a path. Remember I said from the gravel lot, there's a path to go down the hill? Well, here it is. It's the reason I photographed this. This is the path down the hill. And when you get to the bottom of the path, this is where you land. So I'm trying to show you when you come down the path, you land here in this very spot. And this is what you would see if you look back towards a bridge from that spot. Here's a path again. This is a path from the gravel lot going down the hill. All right. Now, let me show you one more. Since someone asked about the Wilson culvert or the cave, I'll show you the Wilson's culvert. Let me pull it up. Okay. All right, just a moment. Let me pull this up. I'm having a little glitch. Let's see. I will try to get this for you. And then we'll be done here. So let me try to get this up. Let's see. See if I can manage. Kind of still spinning. All right. Please, while you're here, go check out the link tree. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Oh, it's coming. Taking a little minute. It's a heavy file. These are all very high quality files. So take a little bit. There we go. It's coming. All right. Now, this is an attempt to show you the Wilson's Culvert, which is right in the woods at Wilson Bridge. Okay. And this quality is not as good. I made it slow motion. So, slow motion, you end up with a little degraded quality, but forgive me for that. You're going to see this is Noe and Joe, Master Trooper Joe and Noe go and I asked them specifically to go into the culvert. But you'll see here the bottles, see the evidence of partying. These bottles are your evidence of partying, okay? I also asked Noe to wear gloves and to collect a couple of the bottles for DNA sampling. You see? Where's the lie? Where is Prof lying? So Noe's looking at some bottles. He's going to show a few. Remember, they also found a box of clothing. You see some cans, beer cans. We left those. But like I said, we had Noe, myself, and Master Trooper Joe tracking this down. And like no one's done anything with it. You can see how ancient. Let me say that. Let me stop it here and say something. Notice how ancient this looks, and also this brickwork or this concrete work. Notice the broken up concrete, which would indicate an even older structure prior to the building of this already ancient structure here. And this is where I believe that people and or the girls could have been hidden during the search for the girls. And I wanted them to go into it so that you could see that it's big enough for humans to fit in. So they're going to do that. But you can see with the snow and the rain, some trash has washed out. You see an old trash bag and different stuff. What's up, Chevy Killer? What up, brother? Long time no see. All right, check this out. I want you to take a clear look as we go into this culvert, Wilson's culvert here. He's going to turn around and look back out. You can see how ancient with the lichen and all the stuff growing, the moss, whatever. And there's more footage, okay? So how would I say it? There's more footage that we have of this whole stuff, but I just showed you just a little bit of that to get an idea. And let me see if I can find one more thing. Not sure if I'll be able to get it quickly enough for you, but I'll try here. Try to orient you. Let me see. I might be able to orient you here. Apologize. I'm going to take a second here. Prof's a little unprepared with this. It just occurred to me to show you this. So just a moment. Let's see. Gonna grab it. Oh, here it is. Good. Now, this is to make things absolutely clear here. Now, I want you to look at number 18. Okay, number 18. Number 18 here is pointing to where we were, Wilson Bridge. And if you look below it, you'll see Wilson Culvert. Okay, so if you take a close look, number 18, Wilson Bridge, County Road West 300 North, and you'll see an arrow pointing directly to where we just were, that cave, that Wilson Culvert is. Okay, so you're seeing the map here. And if you really want to look clearly, if you look at number 3 and 4, you can see Ron Logan's property, and you can see the cemetery pointed out. Okay, so again, you look at 18 is Wilson Bridge, and look at number 3 and 4 is Ron Logan's and the cemetery. And of course, number 19 here is High Bridge. And as I mentioned, from 19 to 18, from High Bridge to Wilson Bridge is 1.3 miles. Not in a straight line, but if you follow the zigzag of the creek. So what I did is I got the GPS measuring tool, and I measured very specifically the path of the creek with all the zigzags around the bends of the creek. I measured from High Bridge to Wilson Bridge is 1.3 miles. It's 1.33 miles by water. It's more like a mile by air. Okay? And if you look closely, you'll see that number 22, if you go back to Wilson Bridge area, you'll see number 22 at the bottom right of your screen. That's the Brown property I was also pointing out. So you got Wilson Bridge, you got the Brown property, you got Wilson's Culvert, and you have Logan's property number 4, the cemetery number 3, High Bridge number 19. So this is all still in a very small area. Like we've been trying to say for a long time. Okay, we've been trying to say this entire area is a very small area, and all it takes to cordon off this entire area is you have about 4 or 5 blockades. Okay, you go and you put up blockades with police cars in a few of these on a few of these roads at the access points to this entire area, which is exactly what was done. I don't have that for you, but I do have it. So I have a map showing where all the blockades were, and they literally did block off this whole area from Wilson Bridge to High Bridge, okay? Or really from Wilson Bridge to Anderson's. Anyhow, I wanted you to have that as a point of orientation or reference to the areas we just took a look at, okay? And that is it. That is it. So I believe that about does it for our little adventure for tonight, which was kind of a stroll through a bunch of these ideas. And like I said, my idea here is if this is a cover-up, there would be a reason to hide all of this from the public. There would also be a reason to hide all of this from good investigators or good lawyers. Okay? So this is why I think it's important that the public has a good idea and a good visualization of this entire area and what it is. And so hopefully this contributes to that discussion and that awareness of this entire area, how it all ties together, how it's set up, how it lays, and food for thought is all I have to say. And remember, I'll kind of bring you full circle back to this, right? High Bridge is not where it all happened. Wilson Bridge is what I've understood as the place. Okay. And it's also my feeling. Okay. It's also my feeling. And I know that no one on a certain side wants to discuss anything that has to do with any of this. And one of my friends often says, yeah, Prof, think about what they don't want you talking about. Think about what they don't want you looking at. Remember, lies by omission are still lies, it's still deceit. And it's exactly the things that they don't want us talking about that we probably should be thinking about. And so I hope that you all are able to take this in, knock it around in your brain, give it some thought, and give it the consideration that if they are hiding things from you, it could be big things like a whole other location. Trust me, many experts who have touched this, both from outside of the official defense crowd and from within the defense expert group, many of them feel that there is a secondary crime scene. In my opinion, if there is a secondary crime scene, it's going to be in this area enclosed by this map, which would include the Mears barn, the Mears butcher shop, the Mears bottoms, the Mears woods at Wilson Bridge, the Brown property, the Logan property, and everything else. Right? And so if what's being hidden is a secondary crime scene, or what would truly be a primary crime scene, with the secondary crime scene being Ron Logan's, you have to think about that. And I truly appreciate you. And I truly appreciate all the time you all put in to taking in this information and just considering it. Remember, there's no allegations here because this has been so well hidden, we don't know what we're looking at. But we know that there's been things excluded, both accidentally and intentionally. And I would say if there are things excluded, then the most likely things that are excluded are nearby. And remember, Master Trooper Joe had a very bad feeling about the Mears butcher shop and property overall, considering his 20 years of expertise as a state trooper investigating crimes, and also his gut instinct as a human being that's extremely compassionate. And remember, he also did some spirit box sessions out there in all the places we just looked at and more. And he pulled some cards, and overall his feeling is, yeah, Prof, there's something else going on here. And and I agree. There's something being hidden from us. And until that's figured out, another trial ain't going to do shit for Rick Allen. Okay? Because we have to discover what's outside of discovery, the undiscoverable. We have to requisition and solicit more whistleblowers, more witnesses to come forward. That would be the most beneficial thing in the world for this case. And I would hope that the people in this community who have a heart would step forward and say what they've heard, say what they've considered, what they've been curious about, what they've wondered about, what they know. The only thing that's going to solve this crime is for more locals to talk. And I will never move beyond that perspective. When more locals talk, when more people open their hearts up and tell the truth about these two child victims, then and only then will this crime be solved. Until then, it's going to be protecting the murderers of children. And that is absolutely unacceptable, which is why we say shame on Delphi. Shame. And with that being said, I want to wish you all a good night. I truly do love each and every one of you who have a heart for these kids and for truth and justice. Okay? So God bless you all. God bless Libby and Alibi. And God bless the United States of America. Let's pray for a better day. That's why we're all here, because we will leave behind a world that children will inherit. And let's give them something better. Anyway, hug your kids, hug your wives. And listen, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope so. Okay, so come on and meet me at Twitch tomorrow night, and we'll have a little chit chat. No stress, informal, and a good time. And I'm gonna be doing a special thing, but I'll talk about it tomorrow. I won't confuse you or elaborate any further. But we're gonna have a little special thing I'm gonna start on Thursday nights, which is gonna be fun, but also it's gonna help the channel and also help you out. So special thanks to all my mods who are in here handling business, all my supporters here. A special shout out to Deb, Heather, Snoop Sleuth, Steffa, Nicole, Rebecca, Mark Ellis, Trial Junkie, Zaddy, and Granny D for all the super chats, and all of you chatters for the chats, the super chats. And hey, if you're on a replay, do that comment section, okay? We want to hear from you. We truly love it. And so, till then, cheers, y'all. Catch the replay if you're just coming in. Good night.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they raping everybody out here. Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park.
It was our job to help law enforcement.
Prof is a fucking terrorist, a fucking pedophile, sympathizing fucking terrorist.
Oh my God!
It was our job to help law enforcement.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
It was our job to help law enforcement.
Prof is a fucking terrorist.
Oh my God!
Prof is a fucking terrorist.
as an expert at being Mickey Mouse, yeah, I can say seriously, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Rick. This is some Mickey Mouse bullshit. Thanks, Mickey. Hey, how's Donald? He's still on the stuff. Yeah.